Good day, beautiful melanated people. This is Major and Tune the Major TV. Let's talk. I have an interesting article that speaks about the jury selection of the McMichael's trial for the slain death of Ahmaud Arbery. One black juror, 11 white jurors to hear trial over Arbery's slaying. After reading this article, I'll give my take on this. A judge ruled Wednesday that he'll see one black juror and 11 whites decide the trial of men who chased and killed Ahmaud Arbery, despite prosecutors' objections that several black potential jurors were cut because of their race. Superior Court Judge Timothy Wimsley acknowledged that the intentional discrimination by attorneys for 3 white defendants charged in the death of a black man appeared to have shaped jury selection. But he said Georgia law limited his authority to intervene. Race is a central issue in the case involving the death of Ahmaud Arbery. Greg McMichael and his adult son Travis Greg McMichael and his adult son Travis McMichael armed themselves and pursued Arbery in a pickup truck on February 23rd, 2020. After they spied the 25-year-old man running in their neighborhood in coastal Georgia, a neighbor, William Roddy Bryan, joined the case in his own pickup truck and took cell phone video of Travis McMichael shooting Arbery 3 times with a shotgun. A long, sometimes heated debate over the racial makeup of the final jury erupted in court Wednesday afternoon as lawyers wrapped up a jury selection process lasting more than 3 weeks. Arbery's death became part of the broader reckoning on racial injustice in the criminal justice system after a string of fatal encounters between black people and police. George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Rayshard Brooks, among others. No one was charged in Arbery's death until more than 2 months afterwards, when a video of the shooting leaked online. Georgia Bureau of Investigation took over the case from local police and soon arrested all 3 men on charges of murder and other crimes. Minutes after attorneys had finished narrowing a panel of 48 to a panel of 12 on Wednesday, prosecutor Linda Dunarkowski noted only a single black juror made the panel. She argued that defense lawyers had struck 8 black potential jurors because of their race. The U.S. Supreme Court has held that it is unconstitutional for attorneys during jury selection to strike potential jurors solely based on racial ethnicity. Laura Hogg, an attorney of Greg McMichael, insisted those jury panelists were cut for other reasons, namely for expressing strong opinions about the case when questioned individually by attorneys. I can give you a race central reason for any. I can give you a race central reason for any of these. Hogg said. She noted one of such jurors had written on her jury questionnaire that Arbery was shot due to his color and had told attorneys she felt the defendant was guilty. Superior Court Judge Timothy Wimsley denied prosecutors' request to reinstate those 8 black potential jurors, though he said this court has found there appears to be potential discrimination in the panel. The judge said his ability to change the jurors' racial makeup was limited because defense attorneys were able to give non-racial reasons for those decisions to strike the potential black jurors down. They have been able to explain to the court why, besides race individuals, was struck from the panel when they said, Judge said the jury alone with 4 alternates will be seated and sworn in Friday when opening statements the trial expected. He did not give the races of alternate jurors. Aubrey's mother, Wanda Cooper Jones, told reporters outside the courthouse she found it devastating that only one black juror would be seated. Still, she said of the final jury, I'm very confident that they'll make the right decision after seeing all evidence. Her attorney, Ashley Merritt, said he still believes the trial would end the conviction, though defense lawyers had created a jury that was more favorable for their defendants and almost entire white jury. Dunakowski noted that many prospective jurors questioned open court expressed strong opinions about the case, but all who remained in the pool from which the 12 jurors emerged said they could be impartial and based a verdict solely on the trial evidence. And the art can go on. We have a few more paragraphs, but I'll stop right there reading it. But what I want to share with the people is a couple interesting things. And what's really important about this situation is the fact that the judge did acknowledge that looked like that it appears that there is racial bias, but because of the reason the defendants gave, that was non-racial, and make up this 11 white jurors and 1 black juror. I don't think that excuses the fact that we know, he know, and everybody know that they know if they had more whites than blacks, there's a possibility of a not guilty, a hung juror, a jury can happen. So I don't know what will possess this judge, those defense attorneys to think, even after reading the Supreme Court decision about juror selection, it cannot result discrimination of jurors because of their racial background and ethnicity. So I don't even understand why this judge didn't grant the prosecutor motion to grant the discrimination with the jury selection. I don't understand this. Even though my Aubrey and my Aubrey mom and attorney feel like there would be a verdict. This is still not, a verdict of guilty. This is not cool. We act like we in the 1920s, 1960s. Too many times, white defendants get the benefit of the doubt while black defendants get hung. In the courthouse, they get railroad because they always have a jury makeup of mostly whites over the years. Now, we know in predominantly black cities, you can probably comprise of more black jurors, but when you go in these smaller towns or what have you, it's crazy. And I don't know why this judge didn't take this motion to strike to grant the prosecutors acknowledgement of racial discrimination of the jurors, because it's obvious that if nobody don't know, let me say something they tell. This rule of thumb, right? Don't pick black jurors or women because they're sympathetic towards black people. That's a rule of thumb in law. When you do a jury selection, people don't know. And I'm quite sure we should know that. And the funny part about it, just the inference, just the idea, just the comment itself sound biased, sound racist. But this is a system we live in. You know, a system that we've grown to become accustomed to, immune to, and a part of a world that we have to constantly fight for basic freedoms, basic rights. And it's unfortunate that this happened. I have been given this audio. I have been given this article by Cody. Thanks to her for that. I did a recording about it, but I didn't like the way it was. But I said, let me go and do a quick recording on this because I want the people to realize what is really going on. It's unfortunate that Ahmaud Arbery resting in power because he lost his life by some racist white men that chose they can target him and do what they did. They went way back in the day, like way back in the day with that mindset, but that just show you how even the country that you were born and raised, unless they move, it don't matter. But he was a citizen. And they ran down like slave catchers. So stay tuned as we cover Ahmaud Arbery case regarding the McMichael's, Travis and Greg McMichael's, and co-defendant Roddy Brian, and see and get. I'm gonna give you all updates and let y'all know what's going on, you know. But nothing less than the conviction I wouldn't hear. They know exactly what they was doing, and they did what they normally do when they have a racist mindset and they look at a young black man in their neighborhood. They target him. It don't always have to be them killing him or what have you, but target him. It don't always have to be locking him up. Just target him, pulling him over, question him, and what have you. So thank you for listening to the audio. Thank you for everything. I appreciate all the likes, views, the comments. Continue to comment. Let me know what you think about this jury selection of 11 whites and 1 black jurors. Y'all stay focused, stay cool, and just be black. Peace.